Greetings everyone, Knackology here. It's finally starting to cool down a little bit this summer. I'm sure we have many more hot days left to go, but it's cooler right now, and so we got the forge out. And right now I am trying to melt down, if you can see, some copper. And once we get that done, what we're going to do, and that's what the video is going to be on, is we're going to be melting down couple MacBook frames. These were procured totally inoperable. I'm going to have a video in the future where we're going to try to get some gold off of the circuit boards as well as some others. And but here we have some MacBooks that we're going to melt down the refined aluminum frame. You can see here we got two, and we got some other stuff. We're just going to let it melt off and slag it off. But there we go. Once we get this copper out of the way, we're going to melt it down into something just like this. So stay tuned. Alright, what we're going to do now is I'm going to scrape off the slag, and then we're going to pour the first little bit into a mold I got right here to replace a piece on my recliner that's broke, and then the rest is going to go into these ingot molds. Hopefully we'll have a little bit left over to start the next batch. Alright, here it is, poured in the mold. Had to see how much actually got in there. It's always a risk. When you see some guy that made it up under it. Of course you can see it's very hot. But hopefully enough got in there to fill up the mold. If it did, we'll have another part that will be identical to this one right here. And then once we get the shaving and all the pieces off, it'll be identical to the plastic piece. After drilling some holes, hopefully it'll be just as good as the plastic piece. Alright, so what we're going to do is probably let this cool off a little bit, let the ingots cool off, and might make another batch, and at some point maybe do the copper. I don't know, we'll have to see how much time we got left in today, but there we go. And as soon as this is cooled off, we'll take a look at it. Boy. Alright, well, here's today's haul. Each one of these bars is supposed to be 1 kilogram of aluminum. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got over 10 kilograms of aluminum, and that's plus not counting the what I did last week. And of course we've got more MacBooks to go, and we'll probably jump back on this tomorrow and keep on going. But it's a pretty good day, and we got my parts made that I needed, and I'm gonna cut them down today, clean them up, cut them down, and hopefully these will work well enough in my recliner and be a little bit more durable than the plastic ones that came with it. So we'll see how it goes, but who knows? Tomorrow I'm probably going to try, well, tomorrow I'd like to try to take some kind of small toy and make a aluminum or copper mold of that small toy. So that's what I'd like to do tomorrow. We'll see if I can get around to doing it. But otherwise, I think it's been a productive day. Got a lot done, a lot of burns on my hands, but more learned. Learn more about the process, learn more about how to do it, and keep on using the knack. This is Knackology signing off. Just as a side note, check out what my wife picked up for me today. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But certainly got to find a place for this on the wall. Awesome.